Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, man. And today we'll be reacting to Fresh finally receives his Negro wake-up call video by O'Shea Duke Jackson. Now, I just recently did a video on the Myron situation, with his whole girl getting, playing him for a dumbass. So this literally just came like the perfect timing, right? So I'm not even gonna do too much talking, man. Let's just get straight into the video, bro.
Fresh, I just don't like you. You're that's I just don't like you.
Whoa. Now hold on, bro. I ain't like these niggas neither, but nigga, you can't say that. You can't say that, big bro. I don't know who you is, but you can't say that. You cannot say that. Me personally, if I was them niggas, I'd send somebody to beat your ass. Realistically, bro, you can't say that to my face. Are you dumb? Crazy. Great start to this video.
It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. The Fresh and Fit podcast is notorious for kicking out women on their show, but
Right.
they're also notorious for disrespecting black people.
All right.
This has become a repetitive theme within the complex of their show idea altogether.
Reparations are for okay. Black people need to just stop being lazy. You're not gonna get a handout, okay? We're not gonna give you your reparations because guess what?
What do you mean we? Nigga, ain't you black too? What do you mean we're not gonna give you no freaking handout? You're not white, bro. What are we talking about, bro? We're only 40 seconds into this video and this nigga already saying some bullshit, bro. What's going on, man? The hell?
Who's gonna have to pay for that? The middle class is gonna have to pay for it. Yes. Now, let's keep it 1,000. You get your reparations. What you gonna do with it? You gonna buy a bunch of some Jordans, some drugs, some weed.
Now, in this instance, you hear Myron, of course, talking about how silly black people are for reparations. And then Fresh is sitting there just listening. Now, it'd be one thing if Myron was sitting there talking about blacks and then Fresh wasn't saying anything. But again, Fresh starts to get involved with it too. And he does more in this clip.
Yeah.
What good,
You gotta buy some Fendi. You gotta buy some
guns.
You can buy some guns.
Rob-
Like, yeah. Like you aren't gonna spend the money and invest.
Go back to jail.
Majority are gonna do criminals.
Yep, 100%.
Come on, man. Let's keep it a million.
Buy
Let's keep it
some
all the way a
Buy
million.
some rims. Oh yeah, look at spin.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that spin.
Now, it's interesting. Whenever you consider Fresh dealing with, like, the Jews, he has the utmost respect for the Jews. So even if Myron starts going off on the Jews, Fresh will refuse to say anything. And again, they're implicating how silly blacks are for wanting reparations. And again, both of these guys got into America because of the Civil Rights Act of 1965 that helped other people like themselves. I believe Fresh is from Barbados and then Myron from Sudan. Two guys who come from the African diaspora got into the country
That is a word, boy. Diaspora? Okay, I'm adding that to the bank. What are we talking
specifically
about?
because
Come on now.
they were black and they benefited from the black struggle. But then it gets worse.
Could go fucking do shit with it. I tried being for like 6 months. That's your bro. Yo, listen, man.
Big chains and all that.
I tried.
So he says here, I tried being the N-word. It was the R-word, right? It was silly. It didn't make any sense. Now, here's a situation that you come across when you, as a black person, go around disrespecting black people. Then what you don't understand is you're setting the tonality for somebody to come ahead and disrespect you also. And this is what a lot of blacks don't understand. When other groups see you disrespecting black people, then technically they're gonna come out and they're gonna do the same exact thing to you one day. And then when it happens to you, all of a sudden, you're not ready for it. Well, it happened the other day on Fresh and Fit.
Fresh, I just don't like you. You're just I just don't like you. And Myron, you
Yo.
tell guys to get into real estate. It's like, bro, the barrier for entry to that is so high. Like, you need to just tell people to buy Bitcoin. Really that simple.
So why am I?
I just don't like you, bro. I just like it's
Are you
that
white?
simple.
Are you
I
white?
just don't like you.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah, I'm white.
You just said the N-word?
Yeah,
I didn't give you the pass.
I did.
I didn't give you the pass. Though.
My nigga, at this point, you don't even have the pass, bro. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You want some coon shit, bro? You don't even have the pass, nigga. It's been revoked. You don't. We no longer claim you as black, bro. I'm sorry, not sorry, bro. It's over with, bro. Oh my God, these two niggas is about the stupidest niggas on the internet, bro. They right up there with the Hodge twins, bro. Straight up there with some bullshit.
I don't need a pat. Don't need one.
All right, this white boy better chill before he get his ass beat, bro. Bro.
Did.
That is you, my friend.
So here's the
Never
thing, bro.
needed one.
All right, let me.
You need one, my friend.
I'm from the street. I'm from the street. Like, I'm really
No,
from
you're
the
not. You're a white boy.
Yes, I am, brother. Yes, I am, bro.
Oh,
you can
bro,
ask
please,
about me.
please.
Ask about me in the area that I live in, brother. You can ask about me.
Where you live at?
I live in Dallas. You can ask about
Dallas,
me, bro.
Texas?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go inside and sit in the street. I promise you, they'll beat your ass.
I do it all the time, brother. I got tons
No,
of
you
homies
don't.
in the hood,
No,
bro. I got in
Dallas?
South Dallas. I got
Bro,
in East
hold
Dallas.
on.
I got homies in
I
North
don't Dallas. You said
I got homies
you're
everywhere, brother.
bro. You're a
Bro, I see through your fake ass facade, brother.
What
I see
facade?
through it.
I am me on camera, having fun. I got the lifestyle you wish you had, and you're in your mom's basement probably. Oh, bro. Okay. Okay. And oh, it said the N-word. You want a brownie? You're not Nick Fuentes, bro. He can say it. You got to pass. You don't. You're not Nick, bro.
So now here we have a white guy who calls Fresh a B-A-N. Now it was shocking because Fresh said, wait a minute, I didn't give you a pass to use the N-word, so stop the show. It's okay for you, who is a immigrant to America and black, but you refer to black Americans as the N-word, all right? And you talk down on blacks, but now the person is white and they need to get a pass from you to say the N-word?
Crazy.
Well, see, the reality is they see you being disrespectful towards blacks. So when you're disrespectful towards blacks, then there is no reason for them to respect blacks either, okay? Because you're not showing any respect for yourself. And then the guy repeats it. He says, you heard what I said, B-A-N. Then Fresh says what? Well, you wouldn't say that in front of other blacks. You couldn't go to Dallas and say that. Well, the reality is, Fresh, you wouldn't go to Dallas and say that. You wouldn't say anything that he's saying. You nor Myron will go around saying what he's saying in front of blacks because you guys talk even worse about blacks.
Because they get their ass beat, and they know that. They know that. Why you think they hide behind their freaking little setup thing, bro? It's because they know if they ever go out into the street for real and try that shit with some real black people, it's not going to end nice, bro. At least not, let me not say real black people, right? Let me say some certain black people. Certain places they will not go to. Just like that. Certain places they will not go to, bro. They will not step foot in certain states, certain neighborhoods. They wouldn't, because they know better, bro. They know what they're doing, and they know the repercussions of what they're doing if they try to go to these certain places. So they just won't. So it's not even, I don't really think a lot of black people take these two fools serious, bro. And if you do, you know, like, it's understandable why you'd be upset. Because they just be shit-talking niggas for no reason, right? So I could understand why niggas would be upset. But I think majority of us just don't take these two serious. Because at least the ones with a brain would understand at this point, these two niggas is not worth the trouble, bro. And they not. So it makes no sense to take them serious, you know? That's just my opinion. Then what he's doing,
and what people would see is the white guy, yeah, he shouldn't use the N-word, but he's saying, check my credentials. People know about me. Ask about me. Like, what's the problem? Folks know who I am. Folks know how I get down, right? So he basically saying he's running with the blacks. He just happened to be white. So in other words, I got more pull in the black community than you.
Damn.
And when I'm calling you the N-word, for me, I'm not looking at it as racist. That's just what I think you are. But see, Fresh is not ready for that type of smoke. And many dudes ain't ready for that type of smoke. And see, this is what I want to tell you guys. When you're in front of other groups and other communities, you really got to be careful of what you're saying about the black community in front of those folks. Let me give you an example. I was living in Poland, okay? And it was a brother that was from, I'm not going to say the country, but it's a big African country. And
okay,
he was talking down on the problems in this country. The country's very well known. They're a trendsetter, so you can probably figure out what it was. So he was saying, look, the country I have is corrupt, the people are corrupt, folks steal. Then he shifted the conversation to talking about the women. Like, the women in my country, all they want is money, all they want is this, all they want is that. And I'm sitting there because he's having a conversation with us and a few other blacks. And I was concerned. I'm like, hey, bro, do you actually tell this to white people? He said, yeah, why not? It's the truth. I said, well, you may feel that it's the truth, my brother, but you got to understand, you're living in Europe and people here are already hostile towards us as blacks. And I was talking to him in that way because when you live in Poland, it's not like, let me be honest. When you live in Poland, people don't look at you as, oh, you're Ghanaian, or you're South African, or you're Jamaican, or you're, Nigerian, or you're, Black American. They
You're
look at
black.
you all black, and
You're black.
You're from Africa.
That's it.
Everybody, right? So once you go out there and you start saying that, then it hurts the impression of blacks all across the city. So anyways, he ended up getting with this particular Polish lady. And of course, he was going around allegedly saying the same things I told him not to say. Okay. He was talking to her about the things that I'm talking to you about now. And so when he did it, they initially had a fight, not a physical fight, but they was arguing. And then what did she start to use against him as ammo? She was saying, you in my country, like, your country is corrupt. Your people are this. This is what you do. And while it might not have been the exact N-word type of thing that she used, she definitely used some language to let him know that as a black person, he was less than. And so then he felt really bothered by that. And he felt like, oh, well, you're being racist. Like, you're being racist towards me. How can you be racist towards me? Like, that's not right. So now he wants to cry and play the victim role, right? So again, you want to play the victim role, but then again, you were not saying that when you were going around talking about your own community in front of the whole entire world to see. Even if you don't like black women, you don't like black men, when you're in front of other groups and people are watching, they watch it how you treat your people. They watch it, right? They watch it. And you are the number one person that can teach others how to treat you. I want to give a shout out to Steve Dean. It's been a long time since we did the show, but he says, you teach people how to treat you. And this is the reality of it all. Yes, you do. And when you go out there and you act silly like that, and then people start coming towards you with that same kind of racism, and all of a sudden now it's too hard. Same thing that's happened to Myron. I'm not even going to play the clip, but we've already heard it. Myron has had multiple instances where he's been talking down on blacks, similar to what we have seen just now. Said some of the most disrespectful things. He will go to the white supremacist chat rooms. And do you think that they give him any kind of credit for him talking down on blacks? Nah, you don't get no credit for that. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, well, we're gonna give you somewhat of a pass.
This is a sad, sad man, chat. Just look at his face, bro. There's something about this loser's face that just screams sad man, bro. I don't know if it's all the years of the nonsense he's been doing, right? I don't know if that's what it is, but there's just something about his face that screams, I'm a sad, lonely, broken man hiding behind a mask of an alpha, right? Alpha. Truly pathetic. Truly pathetic.
No, they're not gonna give you no pass. What happens? They talk to you crazy like they would talk to another person's adversary because they don't respect you. You don't respect your people. The biggest people that white supremacists respect are those people who are the exact opposite of them for their groups. All right, if you're a white supremacist, want to know who you respect? Most likely somebody in the Nation of Islam. All right, this is why the Ku Klux Klan and Elijah Muhammad, actually the Ku Klux Klan was trying to fund Elijah Muhammad and them to stay separate. That was the respect. The respect was, we don't like each other, but we want to stay away from each other. Then, ironically, if you ever want to be friends, it got to be built on respect first. Okay, so you down for your community, and I'm down for my community. But the moment you start, kowtowing and trying to, talk down on other people, other blacks at the behest of the whites, because you are doing it on some of the whites' behalf, not all of them, they end up disrespecting you. So bruh come on the channel and he just start clowning them. Now he might think he black. He might not mean it as a racist thing, even though what he's doing is wrong. But he's like, look, man, I'm in South Dallas. I'm in Dallas, wherever he said he was from. I go out there and say it like I'm one of them. You the one that's not one of them. In other words, I'm more black than you. Damn. Now, I can guarantee you, I have never heard nobody, no white person, come on Dr. Umar Johnson stream and said there's many problems he got. I ain't never heard nobody say it on Boy stream. Many problems as he had.
Facts.
I ain't never heard nobody say it on Tariq Nasheed's stream. I ain't never heard nobody
Facts.
say it on nobody's stream, but I done seen several instances of people going up to Fresh and Fit after they have clowned black people and get disrespected like that. I've seen multiple instances. I've seen people do the same thing to Candace Owens, talk about her like that, as much buffooning as she does. Again, who you doing all that for? Respect yourself. You ain't gotta put down.
Notice, right? They only do it to the coons, bro. They only do it to them. Because these actual real life black people, right? That actually will fuck your shit up for disrespecting them like that. They're not gonna go on their chat and say some shit like that. Why? Because they know the consequence that'll come with that. With these two jokers, there are no consequences because they're fucking clowns. It's the same thing with the freaking Hodge twins and Candace Owens. Clowns. A lot of them, bro. All these coon ass niggas, bro. I swear. Anyway. I hate having to talk about black people like this. But at this point, can you even consider them black, bro? I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. I really don't.
Your community to get no respect from them. What are they?
I don't get what's the appeal of trying to appeal to someone else. You know what I mean? Why do they feel so inclined to have to try to appeal to the white supremacist groups, bro? Why? What do they gain from that? Other than making themselves look like friggin' idiots, what do they gain from that? Somebody explain that to me. And maybe, just maybe, I won't call you a dumbass to your face. Maybe. I don't know. I probably still will do it, to be honest with you.
Giving you anyways. The white people are non-blacks who dislike black people will never give you anything anyway because they don't like your ass either. Okay? So you validating what they think is not going to help you no way. You will only get validation from somebody if you have a power move. You make folks respect you. This is the same play the gays did. The LGBTQ community got where it's gotten today largely because of forcing respect. Same thing with the Muslims. I remember after 9/11,
Shout out to them boys,
it was almost
boy.
free reign on hatred towards Muslims at that particular time. I mean, you can say almost anything. Same thing with to a certain degree, not as bad, but what happened with the Asian community after COVID? They nipped that in the bud real quick. That Asian hate crime thing, Bill
Shut
came
that shit
in
down.
quick. That Muslims have they got that together quick. Okay, same power play the Jewish community used. All right, they make people respect them, and the blacks got to do the same thing. And you can never make somebody respect you by laughing at your own community because you're showing them that you're not no threat. You're defenseless. Nobody respect a person that's defenseless. Nowhere. Not in Africa, especially not in Africa. You get walked over here. Guys,
Easy.
It's your boy Shitty Jackson back at it again.
Anyway, man. Let me get this light off my face, boy. That's going to be it for this video, bro. As to be expected from two idiots pretending to be something they're not. You know what I mean? Two black people appealing to that side, you know what I mean? There's a difference between a regular white person and a white supremacist, okay? I'm just talking specifically about the white supremacists, okay? Why are they trying to appeal to them? What's the appeal to those people other than making yourself look bad and making them be like, see, this is exactly why. Even your own blah, 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 right? You're giving them more fuel to destroy your people than you're giving your own people to uplift each other. You know what I mean? It makes no sense to me. But that'll be it for this video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I don't know. I really hope these two hurry up, get off the internet, bro. They're only making themselves and the rest of the black community look bad, bro. I'm out, man.